We are officially on week 37 of Stranger Things 5 filming. We are on the final stretch of filming, guys. It's going to be done within the next 5 months for sure. Stranger Things Day is less than 2 months away, and we're currently in Geek Week right now, which I wouldn't go into Geek Week with high expectations, but we are supposed to get some things with Stranger Things. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something, so that's pretty exciting. Today, we're going to go over a Stranger Things 5 filming update, which there's a lot to uncover. And I'm also going to give you my thoughts on some recent interview comments from a few of the Stranger Things 5 cast members. Before we get into it, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn up notifications, check out my Discord down below where we have over 1,000 members and I type in there every single day. And of course, check out my website, relay.news, where I post articles and I have a newsletter over there as well. I appreciate you guys, and let's get right into this video. So we're going to go over the title of the video first off today, and I know we talked about this a few months ago, but everyone's going to be in danger in Season 5, and I don't think people realize when I say that is actually going to be the case. Like, outside of 11 and maybe, like, Hopper, we know that everyone could die. Like, I think 11's totally off the board, but I think genuinely pretty much everyone is in danger this season, and Gaten Matarazzo in a recent interview said that again. He said whenever someone asked him which characters could die or something along those lines, he said everyone is going to be in danger in Season 5. And I feel like we just have brushed past that these last 6 months, but I'm telling you, I think it's true. I think anyone could die. I think, characters like Nancy, Jonathan, Steve, Max, Lucas, Dustin, Mike, I think any of those characters are on the board to be killed off this season. I think there's going to be a big death. That's my prediction. I don't know if it's going to be true, but they keep emphasizing this. They keep giving us hints that anyone could die this season. Everyone's going to be in danger. So I think that's something to keep in mind. Keep in the back of your mind this whole entire time as we're going through this filming process. And please enjoy these last 5 months of filming, because before you know it, we're going to be at the end of Season 5. We're going to be watching Season 5, Episode 8, and you're going to be like, oh my god, I wish we were stuck in that filming process again and being able to enjoy the build-up of the hype in our own minds and the filming leaks, the characters on set, this, that, and the other. Just enjoy these last 5 months, guys, because it's not going to last very much longer, and it's going to be here before you know it. With that being said, that's the title of the video. Everyone could be endangered in Season 5, and it's 100% true, in my opinion. In that same interview, Gaten Matarazzo also said, on set, it's a bittersweet environment, which isn't surprising at all. He said it's starting to settle in that this is the last season of Stranger Things Season 5. He is going to miss it dearly. He really emphasized that during the interview, and he even said this in the interview as well, which I thought was very interesting. He said, I want to see a Dustin spinoff after Season 5. Quote, this is his quote. He said, if there's a continuation of Dustin after Season 5, if any of us make it up to that point, I love to see what would happen, what Dustin would be as a 30-year-old. I'm open to anything, which I think is very interesting that we already have at least one main cast member saying that they're open for future spinoffs. I hope that really, gets to the other main cast members and they're like, okay, Gaten wants to come back. If Gaten comes back, I'll come back. I think that'd be really cool for future spinoffs. So I thought that was really cool that Gaten Matarazzo said he would love to come back in a future spinoff. Dacre Montgomery also was in an interview recently and answered some questions about Stranger Things Season 5, which I thought was interesting because he's not going to be in the season, but he did say, I think it's important to have a good ending, and the Duffers always come up with something good, so there's no doubt they'll make it good, which is not surprising to hear from Dacre Montgomery considering he worked with the Duffer Brothers for 2 years, so that is awesome to hear. A few new set updates. They have built a new set behind the radio station set, and it is a circus tent, which is weird. That kind of gives me Season 3 vibes whenever they were at the fair, like circus, fair, whatever, kind of the same thing. So they built a huge circus tent. I don't know if that's going to be like in the show or if that's like, I don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's just a brand new set. Like they're going to be having scenes in a circus tent, I guess, or around a circus tent, which is creepy and also interesting. I can't wait to see that play out. Also, back to that Gaten interview, he also said there's going to be even more dynamics between Dustin and Steve, which is interesting. I think that has to do with Eddie dying, and then now Dustin going back to Steve for comfort, big brother, all that stuff. So I feel like their friendship's just going to get better in Season 5, at least I hope. I hope that's what that means. I think Dustin and Steve are going to have a great friendship, and one of them will probably die. I would assume that's what that means. More dynamics between Dustin and Steve. Like, Steve dies, saving Dustin's life. I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, he did say that in the interview as well. And the cast has read the last script, finally, for the last episode, Season 5, Episode 8. The entire cast has read the scripts, and they did it on Gaten Matarazzo's birthday, which all this stuff about Gaten having an interview talking about characters' deaths, them reading the last episode on Gaten's birthday, giving him a birthday cake, like, it makes me think that Dustin's gonna die. Like, I don't know, but I just thought about that. Like, everything's on surrounding Gaten right now. Like, are they just, you know, doing a tribute for Gaten being on set right now and Dustin's dying? Like, I don't know. Unless it just lined up and they just did it on Gaten's birthday, which I hope that's the case. I think that's the case, but I'm just throwing it out there. What if they're doing all this stuff on Gaten's birthday because Dustin's dying off and it's his character and it's Bittersweet on set? Like, all of this stuff is adding up to be like, oh my god, is Dustin actually dying in Stranger Things Season 5? I hope not, but that's something to keep in mind. On Friday, the team was filming with the military and adults, so they were doing military scenes with adult background characters, which was interesting and definitely worth noting. And then they did a lot on the hospital set as well, and Robin was on the hospital set. Joyce was most probably on the hospital set. We didn't see her, but we saw her car. And just this morning, literally 30 minutes ago, Natalia Dyer, aka Nancy Wheeler, was on the hospital set. The picture was, I think, of her double, but that was her character, so she was on the hospital set this morning. So, hospital, I think they're filming for earlier episodes as we speak right now, but either way, all of them being at the hospital is like, what's happening? You know, hospital set, are they just visiting Max? Are they doing this, that? I don't know. I don't know what's happening, but those three characters are at the hospital, so who knows who they're visiting or why they're there. In a recent interview, Jamie Campbell, who plays Vecna, and Henry Creel said his favorite scene from Stranger Things so far is in Season 5. And obviously that's pretty, like, you know, no duh, but you know, when he says his favorite scene from Stranger Things, he's not just talking about his favorite scenes that he's done, because he was only in one other season. He's talking about the whole entire season. Like, he's watched the show, obviously. He says his favorite scene is in Season 5. It's probably Vecna killing someone, so that's very exciting and definitely gives me even more optimism for Season 5. My hopes are all the way up, people. They're all the way up, so hopefully they do not get crushed. Gaten Matarazzo also said in that interview that Stranger Things Season 5 is going to be one of the biggest seasons of television ever, which I know I think we've heard like every cast member say that, but I mean, come on. They're only raising my hopes so, like, even higher. And I hope, like, it lives up to it, because they're really hyping up this season. And then as far as the table read, this was the details that are on the Stranger Things updates page on Twitter. They said it was intense and beautiful. It was a full circle experience. And Millie Bobby Brown and Noah Schnapp made a cake to celebrate Gaten Matarazzo's birthday. So obviously just a bittersweet environment and full circle experience. 10 years later, all these people getting together to read the last episode of the entire series, read the scripts of it, and, you know, I'm sure it was emotional. I'm sure everybody's like very, 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 you know, tender hearts right now just thinking about the ending of Stranger Things Season 5. It just seems like it's going to be perfect. So here's what I took away from this entire filming update. Number one, like I said earlier, anyone could die. Anyone could die. I'm prepared for pretty much any main character to die, but besides Eleven and Hopper, I think anyone else could die. Joyce is probably not going to die, but you know what I'm saying. I'm pretty much prepared for anyone to die besides those three characters. So that was one thing I took away from this. Two, spin-offs with main characters in the future, I think, could be possible, considering Gaten's already saying that. So that is very, like, I'm super excited about that. I want the main characters to come back. I don't care if it's in 10 years from now. I want them to come back and do, you know, a movie or something. I think that would be cool. You know, it doesn't have to be another 5-season series like The Walking Dead or anything, but just a movie or a follow-up, or, you know, just something reuniting the characters and cast. I think that would be awesome. 3, I think that it's going to be the greatest season in television history. I think it's going to go down as, like, it's going to go down And it's going to full circle everything that we've seen in Stranger Things Season 5, and it's going to solidify it as a top 5 TV show of all time on IMDb. I think Season 5 is going to be that good. I hope. Those are my high expectations. But also in the video I made earlier last week, or later last week, Callie, if she returns, that's going to be the full circle moment right there. If she returns, that's going to fill in that plot hole from Season 2, Episode 7. She returns, she helps Levin, it makes more sense. It's a follow-up to that episode. When people are watching the entire series, and 3 years from now, when everything's released, they're going to be like, oh, she's back. That's cool. That makes sense now. And it's not going to be a plot hole, and it'll be pretty much a perfect series. So I hope that happens, but I'm super excited for this week, Geek Week this year. I don't think we're going to get a lot about Season 5 of Stranger Things, but we are going to get a lot about other Netflix shows, probably an Outer Banks trailer here and there. And some Cobra Kai trailers, I would assume, with that finale coming out in January. But yeah, I wouldn't expect much from Stranger Things Season 5 and Geek Week, but November 6th is right around the corner. I mean, we are 45, 50 days away, something like that, from Stranger Things Day, and that's going to be the biggest Stranger Things Day ever. Like, no doubt in my mind, November 6th, 2024 is going to be the biggest Stranger Things Day we've ever seen, ever. As far as, like, getting new Stranger Things news for Season 5, trailers, teasers, posters, all that stuff, but also, like, getting old content and everything, all that combined is going to be the biggest day in Stranger Things history for Stranger Things Day. No doubt about it. But that's pretty much the entirety of today's update. I don't really have much else to say. I am going to be releasing a newsletter later today and an article later today. The article is going to be a theory, and the newsletter is going to be a filming update. So everything I said today and a little bit more will be on that newsletter. If you guys want to sign up to that, go to relay.news. On the first page, you'll see a place to put your email. You just click submit. You know, sign up to the newsletter. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like, subscribe, turn on notifications. I appreciate you guys watching. And most importantly, make sure to have a great rest of your day. Peace out.